It is NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams. Should be a terrific game here tonight. From FedEx Forum, just off Beale Street in downtown Memphis. Tonight, it's the Memphis Grizzlies taking on the Cleveland Cavaliers. The Grizzlies secure the opening tip, and we're underway on Beale Street in Memphis. Anderson. The screen sets him up for two.
The pro game has really come down to PNRs. Let's see how the defense adjusts.
Screen coming. Shot clock's at 5. Down to 4. From long range. Misfires. It's no good. Curling inside. And he's fouled. And he earns a trip to the line.
Guys like Gary Payton would always take ones early like this all the time. Number one, to see if they'll get caught. And number two, to leave a little mark on you to remind you that they'll be on you all game long.
First try, no good. Oh, he missed on a pair. Won't go.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
Tristan Thompson has got 2 shots coming. He wants this number up. 60% career free throw shooter. Can't connect on the first free throw. No good. Missed them both. Here comes the screen. Can't connect. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
And easy too. Get back on defense.
Cavs at the controls. Sexton. Here comes the screen. Baseline drive. How you practice leads to that. Nice pump fake.
I wasn't necessarily sure which way that PNR was going, but I guess neither was the defense. That makes 2 of us.
To Kyle Anderson. Lets it fly from long range. The rebound taken by Cleveland. Sexton. Thompson to Colin Sexton. And the rebound comes down to Holiday. Holiday controls the basketball. Lead is 2. Leaving no doubt. Slams it down.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Sexton to Love. Here comes the screen. Nice pass to set things up.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
Memphis, they've got it. Grizzlies with 4 to shoot. To Jaren Jackson. Fires the 3. His first effort off the mark. And a putback slam.
Ed, it's pretty amazing how athletic bigs can be when it comes to getting an easy 2 points, huh?
Here comes the screen. Cavs with 4 to shoot. To Love. Fires the 3. Textbook defense. Deep 3 at the buzzer. We're through 1 at the FedEx Forum with the Grizzlies on top. Jay and I back with more after this. It's NBA Thursday night on EA Sports. Time to turn the page after a close first quarter. Jay, what stood out?
I know you're wondering why I'm clapping. Both teams came out in the first quarter, and they executed. When do you ever see that, Ed? You have to continue to bring those competitive juices into the second quarter, and we're going to have one heck of a ball game.
Wide open look won't go.
This game is all about the small victories, though. The execution on that play was on point. You keep executing like that, those shots are going in eventually.
Here comes the screen. To Valanciunas. 5 on the shot clock for Memphis. Short jumper won't fall. Sexton. To Love. Yes, and the foul, and a chance at 3 coming up.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Unable to connect on the free throw. To Kyle Anderson. Grizzlies with 4 to shoot. Has a chance. Won't go. He can do better than that.
We call some of these players practice players. You know, the guys that make 5 out of 10 shots in practice, but then all of a sudden they're not gamers because then they're making 1 of 10. That's exactly what you want him to do. You want him to take those kind of shots.
Goes to the right side. 5 to shoot for Cleveland. Beyond the arc for 3. Off the mark. No good. Here comes the screen. Anderson to Valanciunas. Missed a wide open look.
And you have to remember that your hand is part of the ball. There wasn't enough contact on that play for the refs to blow the whistle.
Doesn't have the touch. No good. Kevin Love snatching it out of the air. Knight into the front court. Down just a couple. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
You used to hear all these coaches talk about, we need players to run the floor. No, I don't need you to run the floor. I need you to run the floor with purpose. Those are two different things. When you run the floor in attack mode, that's when plays like this occur.
Going to launch beyond the arc. Not going down here. Jonas Valanciunas. He is shooting well. He's made 2/3 of his shots.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
1 minute remaining in the second quarter.
To Colin Sexton. Here comes the screen. Has a look. Oh, with the foul. And a chance coming up at the line.
Ed, the reality is that good jump shooters know how to get those calls. Overall, though, there's less flopping in the game, which is great. But there's something uncanny about certain players' abilities to get those calls on a regular basis.
Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Grizzlies own the basketball. To Jaren Jackson. Goes to the left side. Ah, that's a 24-second violation.
Memphis.
Jumper's good.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
I got ball. I got ball.
Screen coming.
Here come left, 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 left.
Shot won't go. Time expires to end the first half. The Cavaliers have the lead.
Thanks, Ed. Let's get right into the action here. The Cavaliers are in a tight battle after 2 quarters. It's obvious how these guys score the majority of their points, and that's in the paint. They did a great job of scoring down low. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Cleveland Cavaliers. The Grizzlies aren't down by much after 2 quarters. Offensively, when they're in the paint, they've had success. They need to keep that up if they want to take the lead in this contest. These are the guys getting buckets for the Memphis Grizzlies.
Game track. Missed threes.
Given the number of long-range attempts by these squads, you'd think they were raining threes on each other. As you know, of course, that wasn't the case.
Player of the half.
Tristan Thompson looked great in the first half. He was constantly fighting for position in the paint and owning the boards.
Who was cold?
Forget cold. This guy will be happy to be lukewarm at this point. He can't seem to get anything going. Here's our top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
And with that, I'm sending it back to Ed and Jay to bring you the rest of the game.
Here's a chance from long range. Off the mark. For 3. That's off the side of the rim. No good. To Kyle Anderson. Not that time. Kevin Love. Tips it.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
To Colin Sexton. Whoa, look what I found.
You know it's a bad block when somebody snatches the ball out of the air. Wow.
From the painted area, won't go down. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Cedi Osman at the line for a chance at a three-point play. 56% for his career. Off the mark at the line. To Jaren Jackson. No good. Defense catching a break there. Thompson gets it in the left corner. 4-3. That no good. Off the mark. To Valanciunas. Jaren Jackson. 5 on the shot clock for Memphis. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Great shot by the offense. But the defense, you can't afford to collapse off that penetration. I'd rather a team take a tough 2 than a wide open 3.
Sexton to Love. They'll get it down to Thompson. Nothing going here on that drive. To Jaren Jackson. Grizzlies with 4 to shoot. Deep left corner. From long range. That's off the side of the rim. Short. Sexton. Oh, you could sense that coming.
There is a premium market for players with that type of hand-eye coordination.
It's Grizzlies ball. Surveys the floor. Here comes the screen. Can't connect. Shot was forced.
Oh, I see how you're playing this chess match. That's what you keep doing defensively. Keep baiting him and luring him into shooting that jump shot. Exploit him.
Tristan Thompson with the slam. Neither side is giving up an inch.
I guarantee you tomorrow on Complex's social feed, that play will have millions of views. And I'm really looking forward to this fourth quarter because the first 3 have lived up to the billing.
Layup goes down. Well done.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
From 18 feet at the buzzer. How you practice leads to that. Nice pump fake. Late heave to beat the buzzer. 3 quarters down. The 4th quarter coming up. The Cavaliers with the lead. Grizzlies get the first crack at it as we begin the 4th quarter. We've got a 1-possession game going on. This has the look of a race that's going down to the wire.
And it looked that way from the very beginning, but this is where the coaches and the best players on the floor really earn their money down the stretch. It's game time.
Five on the shot clock for Memphis. Lets it fly from long range. It's no good. Shot's not going down. And he's fouled. A trip to the line coming up.
The game is too tight for you to be taking risks like that. You want to avoid foul trouble at all costs.
Colin Sexton at the line for 2 shots. Shooting 66% in this contest. Misses the first. And he's able to hit the second after missing that first one. Grizzlies at the controls right now. That's what you like to see off the pick and roll. Nice, easy basket.
The defense should have picked up on that action. That's going to cost them.
To Love. To Colin Sexton. Nothing going here on that drive. Trying to cash in. Knocks it down from mid-range.
Look at that. Calm under pressure. You see a lot of guys rush those. Nice extra move there.
To Kyle Anderson. To Jaren Jackson. Jonas Valanciunas. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field.
You've heard it before. Slow and steady wins the race. This approach might be working out after all.
Sexton. Here comes the screen. Cavs with 4 to shoot. Over to the right side. Love. Smothering D. And he'll head to the line.
This drives me nuts when I see fouls like that being called in a close game. Sometimes you just got to let them play, ref.
And he connects on the first free throw. And gets both to drop at the line. Ball in possession of Cleveland. Sexton to Love. Takes stock of the floor. Kevin Love It's been a quiet night. Only 3 attempts, but he makes that one stick.
Underutilized, underutilized, underutilized. Am I getting my point across? Let's see more of that.
To Jaren Jackson. Scores from the post.
This may sound cheesy, but sometimes you just need to sit back, get a tub of popcorn, and just enjoy the show, because that's what you're watching right now.
To Love. Here comes the screen. Download Thompson. Whoa! What a finish!
That's the intensity you need to see. Whenever a player running back on defense after a dunk like that holds the inside of his forearm, it lets you know how hard he dunked that basketball.
Nothing going here on that drive. Anderson. Fires the 3. Not that time. He missed it. To Love. To Colin Sexton. 5 to shoot for Cleveland. Has a chance. And the Grizzlies have the rebound. Deep 3 at the buzzer. The Cavs are victorious as they win a close one by 2. That does it. For my partner Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. As we say, so long, everyone.
Jalen Rose here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Cavaliers emerged victorious after a tight finish. What I like the most is how they asserted themselves around the basket and got their points around the rim. They won the day by playing strong, no doubt about it. The Grizzlies finished on the losing end of a close score. While they did put together quite a highlight reel of dunks in this matchup, they did not put together a win. As we all know, style points never show up on the scoreboard. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Memphis Grizzlies.
Game track. Field goals.
Neither of these teams were able to make much of an impact on defense. As you can see here, they were each pretty successful with some efficient scoring.
Player of the game.
Thompson was constantly willing to sacrifice his body to come up with as many rebounds as he could, and it showed in these highlights.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have their off nights. Today was just one of those days for this guy. Here we go with the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
That does it for us. On behalf of the rest of the crew, good night.